Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist Sarah Converse.
And I'm student meteorologist Sammy Squires.
We started off on a pretty nice note. It was a little bit, we're starting to get a little bit warmer, getting up into those 80s, but the good news is as we get into this forecast, we have a cold front coming in for this weekend, setting up for a really nice weekend.
You know, I did appreciate midday today, seeing the sun come out. It turned out to be quite a beautiful day outside today.
Yeah, especially with a couple of days ago, we had some really stormy nights. So it was really intense. I mean, I was sitting in my dorm, and the walls were shaking from the thunder. It was really intense.
Yeah, going to bed last night, I even heard thunder before I fell asleep. So, but unfortunately, we are having maybe some spotty showers going into tomorrow before it finally gets a little bit colder outside.
Yes. Yeah, almost like it was. I think when I saw it was like almost 20-degree difference for that weekend. So the weekend, you guys are gonna have to bring those jacket out, bring in those jeans out. So it's gonna be a bit chilly, especially if you're not used to probably 60s out and about. So especially for people from South Florida, even for me, that's a bit chilly for me.
Yeah, and even into the morning hours, it's going to be very chilly outside. And I was surprised, even looking, going into like more southern Florida, going to Fort Lauderdale. Their highs are like in mid-70s, I think. So it's pretty much just northern Florida that is getting that cold outside.
When we get into your 7-day forecast, I did see a low of 30.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're getting to sneak peek into those winter-like temperatures, which is really nice if you want to get a break from those hot-like temperatures. But for now, we're going to send things over to the wall with AJ.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, currently around the Tallahassee region, looking at temperatures still in the mid-70s, mostly cloudy skies, no precipitation that we are having to deal with currently here in Tallahassee. National map here shows this cold front draped across the central plains of the United States, bringing some snow and some rain to the central plains. That cold front will not be affecting our region. Down here in Tallahassee, we are looking at a stationary front currently situated just north along the Florida-Georgia border. Not seeing any rain here in Tallahassee currently, but we could see some spotty showers and storms move into the area later on tonight. As we get into tonight, looking at temperatures in the mid-60s, 66 degrees with some scattered storms early in the evening before we start to clear out. As we get into the rest of the show, we'll be talking about more rain in the forecast for tomorrow, and then as that cold front moves through, bringing some very comfortable temperatures for the weekend. And then as we get into next week, as Sarah alluded to earlier, looking at temperatures possibly in the 30 degrees next week.
Yeah, definitely. So it's going to be a bit of a shock for these people who are from South Florida. As we have right now, currently temperatures are in the 80s. So 60 degrees seems a little bit chilly for you guys, I know. But we have this beautiful temperature gradient right now for the southeast as we have those cooler temperatures out into our north. And then as we get further down, getting into those warmer like temperatures, 80 in Tampa, and then 75 in Tallahassee, 66 in Montgomery. And as we move on into our dew points, since we do have that stationary front out into our southeast, we do have those muggy conditions out for Florida ahead of that front. So even for Tampa, 70 degrees around this time of year is a bit muggy for them. And then as we hit behind, we have the drier-like temps, those chapstick-like season-like temps, 37 in Little Rock. As we move into our winds, you can really see these winds moving off into see that where that stationary front is kind of draped along here. As we have some winds, some breezy winds over in 14 miles per hour in Little Rock, and as we move on into our satellite radar, it's sitting right around here, that stationary front, bringing in a lot of some scattered showers and storms. And then we do have a cold front off into our west, bringing in some rain and some snow out there, but not really anything we're going to be seeing here in Florida. But zooming into Georgia and Alabama area, we do see some good amount of showers into the Alabama area, a little south of Montgomery, over near east of Monroeville, and then off into Macon, also seeing some scattered showers and storms, maybe seeing a few sprinkles over into where my dad and my grandpa are off hunting. And as we move on into South Carolina, into parts of Georgia, do you see those showers move off a little bit south of Augusta, bringing in a little bit of activity, but here in Tallahassee, not really seeing much activity here. But here's our futurecast showing those storms move off through into our east. But as we watch this futurecast really close, you can see that cold front system start to set itself beautifully around Friday, bringing in those cooler-like temperatures as it pushes its way, bringing around in the evening time when we're here around Tallahassee as this futurecast is showing. Tonight's forecast going to still see those cooler-like temperatures out into our northern western portions, but seeing a bit of that rain. Little Rock at 41, cool-like temperatures, so jacket if you're going out around about out there. Here in Tallahassee, a little bit warmer at 64 degrees, and then really a little bit more warmer at Tampa at 71. As we went into tomorrow, still seeing that beautiful temperature gradient of those cooler-like temperatures of that stationary front still sitting around there. That's why you see those showers and storms. I'm in Montgomery at 70, 80 in Tallahassee, and then moving off through, still seeing some warmer-like temperatures, 85 in Tampa. But for now, I'm going to send things over with Sammy to bring it back into Tallahassee.
All right, thank you so much, Sarah. So looking at our satellite and radar, we're seeing we are pretty clear in the Tallahassee region right now up to our northwest. You do see some storms off going into Alabama. As far as the big picture going on, we see this cold front that is actually bringing snow into some areas and even into the Midwest. But we are actually situated right before this stationary front. Now, we're not expecting too much rain with that stationary front, but it will turn into a cold front before the weekend. As far as our almanac, though, our high today was 80 degrees. Now, we are above the average, not by too much, though, so it was feeling pretty nice outside today. As far as our current conditions across the Big Bend, 75 here in Tallahassee. Down towards Apalachicola, they are a little bit chillier of around 72. So pretty much staying in that 72 to 75 range for this area. Looking at our dew points, Tallahassee is at 68, so we're feeling pretty comfortable outside and pretty comfortable across this entire area. Apalachicola is at 69 and Bainbridge looking at about 66. So feeling pretty nice outside, especially with our wind speed. I mean, it's pretty calm outside right now with that max being around 4 miles per hour in Monticello. Not feeling much. As far as our future cast for the night to come, we can maybe expect a shower within the evening tonight, but overnight we are expecting it to be pretty clear with clouds overnight into the early morning hours. By Friday afternoon, we can expect some rain to come going into the evening hours. For tonight's forecast, though, 66 degrees. Scattered storms early on in the night, not later though, that will start to clear out. For tomorrow, 80 degrees, PM showers like I said. So if you are heading out in those afternoon hours, make sure you plan on bringing an umbrella, bringing a jacket, just in case. You never know if you're going to get caught in a rain shower. For your 7-day forecast, Friday, 50% chance of rain, so expect a shower in the afternoon before that cold front starts to come through and bring those temperatures down. 63 for Saturday, 69 for Sunday. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. Keep note of those low temperatures, 48 for Sunday morning. It's going to be pretty chilly outside, but if you like those cooler temperatures, you're going to like that weekend. As far as going into the next Monday work week, we're expecting some rain to come in through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So, but staying nice and cooler for that next week to come.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to go off from cold, and now we're going to talk about something a little bit warm. If you haven't heard, there are some fire going on in California. It spread very rapidly. I was reading that about 8,000 acres are affected by this fire, so that's very extreme.
And 27,000 people have already evacuated from their homes. There are orders in place in Southern California due to this fire.
Yeah, definitely. And just in 6 hours, it spread to almost 12 square miles. So it spread really fast as we have a lot of gusty winds out there. It's very dry over there as well. So that also helped fuel the storm. They're not really sure what started it, but I'm sure afterwards they may find out what it is.
Especially in Butler County, they are a lot of residents are out of power. 24,000 homes and businesses. That's a lot of people affected.
That's a lot of people. Yeah, definitely. And much of the state is still under that red flag warning as well, which we'll talk about more as AJ will talk in the national as well too.
But we also want to talk about our thoughts and prayers do go out to Southern California due to that shooting last night that unfortunately left 12 people dead.
Yeah, definitely. But for now, we're going to send things over to the wall with AJ, who's standing by for the national.
Thank you guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on nationally here. Looking around the southeast, those are our hottest temperatures on the map, with New Orleans looking at 70 degrees and mostly cloudy skies. Here in Tallahassee, still at 75 degrees as the sun begins to set, so well above average temperatures for this kind of year in Tallahassee. And then as we progress north, you can really see where that front is, with 58 degrees in Memphis, whereas Kansas City is at 32 degrees and seeing a snow shower. If we look out to the west, Los Angeles, beautiful 70 degrees and nothing but sunshine. But to their north in San Francisco, 68 degrees, and they are seeing those wildfires that Sammy and Sarah were just alluding to at the desk. Those dew points, plenty of dryness goes throughout the Midwest and into the Rocky Mountains. Plenty of chapstick will be needed if you're anywhere north of the southeast, because it is plenty dry and cool for pretty much the entire United States, except for these few 4 to 5 states in the southeast. 69-degree dew point in New Orleans, still very muggy for this time of year. 68-degree dew point here in Tallahassee. Your upper level water vapor shows not a lot of water vapor throughout the middle of the country. Little bit of water vapor here in the southeast. That's what's helping to produce those showers and storms throughout the southeast. But then you can even see here where those wildfires are out to the west, where it is extremely dry and throughout much of California. Your satellite radar here, you can see this cold front draped across the central plains of the United States, moving into the Great Lakes region, producing a lot of snow and rain for their area. We can zoom on in here to that area, and you can see Kansas City getting plenty amount of snow for tonight, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches by mid-afternoon tomorrow. So along with those snow showers, we see a lot of freeze warnings and freeze advisories, along with some winter weather watches and winter weather warnings. Zooming up to the Great Lakes region, where all that snow will be making its way into tomorrow morning, we can see that we have some more winter weather advisories and some gale warnings throughout the Great Lakes region as well. You can see this winter weather advisory goes until 7 p.m. tomorrow night, so they could see anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rain. Southeast here, you can see a few showers and storms moving through Alabama, some strong storms around the Dothan area, but not expecting any of those to make their way into our region later tonight. You still have this fire warning throughout much of Northern California due to all those wildfires that got started last night, so we'll be continuing to keep an eye on those as we try and maintain them. For tonight, looking at cooler temperatures across much of the northern part of the United States, with temperatures remaining on the warmer side throughout much of the southeast. As we get into tomorrow, expecting much of the same as those cooler temperatures and the snow showers move more into the Great Lakes region. Still expecting some more warmer temperatures for us here in Tallahassee as we get into tomorrow. And that CPC 7-day outlook has much colder than average temperatures expected for us here in the southeast, which, as I alluded to earlier in the show, could see some overnight lows into the 30s as we get into next week. But for now, I'm going to send things off to Sammy with a look around Florida. What's going on, Sammy?
All right, thank you, AJ. So we are actually not quite cold here in Tallahassee, looking at 75 degrees here. Pensacola, right about the same. But as we go more down south, Orlando is 5 degrees warmer, as well as West Palm Beach area. So they are still in the 80s, but that temperature will soon go down overnight hours. As far as our dew point, though, 68, pretty comfortable outside. Like AJ was saying, though, these are warmer dew points than we are used to having at this time of the year, especially in that Miami, West Palm Beach area, 74, 72. They are feeling definitely more muggy outside right now. Taking a look at our satellite and radar, you can see in that Gainesville area, they are getting some rain right now. Tallahassee is in the clear, but you can see some spotty showers down south by Lake Okeechobee. If we zoom on into that area, you can see where that kind of starts to pop up in that area. But for tomorrow's forecast in that region, you could expect the East Coast to be around 85 with partly cloudy, maybe some sun. But for Naples on the Gulf side, 86 and more chances of thunderstorms. So looking at that Gainesville region, you could see lots of rain associated with this region, extending all the way to Daytona Beach. If you are driving on 95 right now, you can expect plenty of rain in that region. For tomorrow's forecast, though, we are expecting rain to stick around. St. Augustine, Palm Coast, 82, 84 degrees, whereas the west side, you could expect a less chance of rain, still pretty cloudy out for tomorrow though. Looking at the Pensacola side of the Big Bend, we do have showers off to the north side of I-10. Not quite reaching that area though. For tomorrow's forecast though, we are expecting some rain on the forecast. 76 for Destin, Pensacola 75. So we are expecting that rain and that 75-degree temperature. For tonight's forecast, expect temperatures 64 here in Tallahassee. Towards the south, West Palm Beach, 74 and 78 in Key West, staying nice and hot. And going into tomorrow as well, 85 for Key West, 85 for Tampa, and Tallahassee, 80 with a chance of showers. Now I'm going to hand things off to Sarah for a look at a local.
Thanks, Sammy. So zooming into the Tallahassee area, currently we are sitting at 75 degrees, mostly cloudy out. So it's still on the warmer side as we do have those winds are very calm out, so not really giving us a relief from that heat as well. But it still was a bit pleasant if you were walking out and about. Current conditions are decreasing down into the mid-70s, 72 in Quincy, 75 in Tallahassee, and Apalachicola at 72. Now current dew points are still on that fence to that moderate side of how muggy it is out there. 68 in Tallahassee, 70 in Quincy. Not really, these are pretty high for this time of month. So we did kind of, I felt it a little bit in my hair, but this hopefully with that cold front moving through, we'll bring in those drier dew points as we move off through. Here's our wind speed and wind directions coming off mostly from the north. Very calm out, and really the high spot is Monticello and Apalachicola at 4 miles per hour. And as we move onto your satellite radar, we do have that stationary front that's draped across into the Alabama, Georgia area. That's why they have that rainfall here. Here in Tallahassee, seeing clear conditions right now with that chance of some scattered showers and storm. And then we have a frontal system right here that's not going to really push its way through our area just yet. But we will expect to see some colder temperatures as we reach into the weekend. Here, zooming into our satellite radar, most of that activity is to our northwest viewing area over in Dothan. Right now, we're seeing pretty clear right now. As we move on into our future cast, going to see maybe a few spots of some spotty showers. It's going to keep that cloud cover for tonight, so it's going to be a bit muggy out for your evening. And then for tomorrow morning, we do have some fog concerns out into the morning, so do be careful as you're driving to classes. And as we move on this afternoon, we do another chance of those scattered showers and storms. You can see them moving off through into the afternoon, evening time. So definitely make sure as you're leaving class, make sure you have an umbrella at hand and keep that eye to the sky. Now for time, we're going to cool down into 66 degrees, some scattered storms early in the morning. Pretty calm still with those winds. And then for tomorrow, going to still stick up into those 80 degrees with that chance of some scattered showers and storms. 79 in Bainbridge, 80 in Tallahassee. But zooming on into your 7-day forecast, we'll see that cold front move off through for 50%. But then as we move into the weekend, beautiful conditions at 60-degree temperatures at 48 on that Sunday morning. So definitely if you're going out to church, make sure you bring a jacket and dress accordingly. And then rain continue for the next week as we have another frontal system bringing that low to 38 degrees. But for now, I'm going to send things over to the desk.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, we're seeing those colder temperatures in that 7-day forecast, but not quite cold enough to get snow, which is what much of the Midwest is going to be seeing tonight into tomorrow.
5 a.m. on Friday to 5 a.m. Saturday. I know Michigan was expecting 3 to 7 inches of snow. Now, that's a lot of snow for this time.
Yeah, it's really going to be much of the Midwest and Great Lakes region's major cities' first measurable snowfall of the year. It's a little bit early, but it's really not that early for what they're used to seeing. Places like Chicago and Milwaukee.
About a week early.
Yeah.
So They are seeing their first snowfall, which is actually exciting for especially many kids. Getting that first snowfall is always fun.
Yeah, and I know you're from Cleveland too, right? So you might, some of your family up there could be seeing some snow this weekend. So.
I don't know if they're looking forward to the snow, but I do. I get excited about it.
Yeah, me too. I'm from Virginia, and I always get excited when there's that first chance of real snow in the area.
But it's not all fun and games. If you are driving in the Midwest, make sure, keep caution when driving, sliding.
Be very careful, because many people, when they get in this first snowfall of the year, they haven't driven in snow for 8 to 9 months. So make sure that you're very cautious when you're out driving in the snow and even the rain.
Hey, I mean, maybe start looking at those snow tires.
Yep.
It's starting to get into those next few months where lots of snow is possible.
Yeah.
Maybe not for us here in Tallahassee.
Yeah, not going to be getting that snow, but we will, as we've been talking about all show, we will be seeing those colder temperatures early or mid next week, even temperatures in the 30s overnight. So we'll get our first real cold break as we get into next week.
Right in time for Thanksgiving, too. We're going to start getting those cooler conditions.
Yeah, but for now, we're going to go ahead and send things back over to the wall with Sarah for a look at our lifestyle forecast.
Thanks, guys. So we're going to be holding on to those 80s. So if you don't have class tomorrow, if you're going out to the res, lucky for you guys, it's going to be 80 degrees with that chance of those scattered PM showers and storms. So definitely keep your eye to the sky and have your radar checked on your phone. If you hear thunder roar, go indoors. And also, if you're going out golfing for tomorrow, the morning is going to start off very pleasant, 67 degrees. So very nice in the morning, but as we move on into the afternoon, 10-degree jump up, so it's going to warm up pretty quickly at 77 degrees at noon. So maybe a bit warm for you if you're heading off into hitting the links. And moving on into a Friday night forecast, or if you're going out to that post-soccer game, for the women's soccer game, it's going to be 70 degrees with that chance of that cloud cover, and then also that chance of some scattered showers and storms. But 70 is pretty nice out there, so it's going to be definitely a good evening to go out and about. And 3-day weekend forecast, as we've been pretty much been talking about with that cold front coming through on Friday, 50% chance of rain, and all that gloominess is going to bring those happy-like temperatures, 63, 69 degrees, so cool-like temperatures. Definitely going to see those fall-like temperatures here into Tallahassee, so definitely make sure you dress accordingly, especially if you're not used to these temperatures and for the weekend. Now for your futurecast for tomorrow afternoon, going to have that cloud cover stick around, moving off through into the afternoon, sort of late evening. We do have that chance of that scattered showers and storms as that cold front moves through, but look at the futurecast for Saturday. Clear conditions as that frontal system passed. We're bringing in some drier conditions and also some clear skies with that high pressure system behind it. But for now, I'm going to send things over with AJ.
Yeah, let's go ahead. A look at our final local forecast. Here you can see Doak Campbell Stadium on the camera, looking like it's going to be another gorgeous sunset here in Tallahassee. I was up early this morning for the sunrise, and it was absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't get the time lapse to work, but it was a very beautiful sunrise and looking like a beautiful sunset as well. Currently looking at 75 degrees here in the capital city. Mostly cloudy skies. We have dodged the rain. There was a chance for some evening showers earlier in the afternoon, but it looks like we're dodging the rain for now. Around the region, temperatures easily into the 70s, even into the mid-70s here in Tallahassee at 75 degrees, and Perry at 74 degrees, as is Valdosta. 75 degrees in Bainbridge as well, and 70 degrees up in Thomasville. Dew points are definitely on the muggy side for this time of year. 68-degree dew point here in Tallahassee and Perry, as well as Thomasville and Valdosta, whereas those of you in Quincy are seeing that 70-degree dew point getting up into that oppressive category for dew points, which is a little uncommon for this time of year. Satellite radar here has this big cold front draped across the central plains of the United States, bringing some rain and snow to the Central Plains region. That is not going to affect us here in Tallahassee, but what will affect us is the stationary front that's draped across about the Florida and Georgia border line. That will start to push its way north as we get into the early morning hours tomorrow, and then dip back down here in Tallahassee, which is bringing us the rain chance for tomorrow evening. Your current satellite radar is looking mostly clear in Tallahassee, with most of the showers and storms remaining off to our north in Dothan and other parts of Alabama. Your futurecast here has mostly dry skies, but mostly cloudy skies for your Thursday evening. As we get into Friday morning, looking like we're going to see some pretty foggy skies for your Friday morning. Temperatures still in the mid-60s for your Friday morning. As we get into Friday afternoon, looking like some showers and storms will move into the area in the early evening hours as just about the time that the soccer game is going to be getting started. So if you're heading out there, make sure to bring your rain gear for the game. For tonight's forecast, looking at 66 degrees with those scattered showers and storms tapering off as we progress throughout the evening hours into the overnight hours. If you're heading out and about tomorrow, your day planner has 68 degrees at 8 a.m., quickly rising up into the mid-70s by noon, and it looks like we're going to have to dodge those showers and storms as we progress throughout the afternoon and evening hours with 78 degrees by 4 p.m. Your 7-day forecast here has 80 degrees for your Friday with that 50% chance of scattered showers and storms. But then that gives way for the cold front to move through late tomorrow night into Saturday morning, giving us some absolutely gorgeous temperatures for your Saturday and Sunday. But then looks like we're going to have to dodge some more rain as we get into early next week before another cold front is looking like it's going to move through next week, which will give us some much cooler temperatures, 59 degrees for next Wednesday, and then 38 degrees overnight.
That was the first thing I saw when I saw the 7-day going through graph. I was like, is that a 38 on there? I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, so far this fall, we've struggled to even find temperatures in the 40s, let alone the 30s. So we're going to be getting a serious cool down. You can see it there once again. Wednesday night into Thursday, looking at temperatures in the upper 30s, and Tuesday night into Wednesday, temperatures in the low 40s. So it looks like we're finally getting rid of this hot weather.
Yeah, finally feeling like fall as we're almost getting close into December, which is we should be seeing these cooler temperatures, but we're not.
Yeah, we should be seeing these kind of temperatures as we get into early November, not as we get into Thanksgiving break and stuff like that. So,
but it does set up for a nice Thanksgiving break if you're here from Florida. So I'm going to be enjoying that and also bringing out the jeans and all that stuff.
I've had all my winter gear on standby, just ready to bring it out. Looks like I finally am going to get to bring it out. Even this weekend, I mean, Saturday and Sunday, 63. That might be our lowest high temperature I've seen in at least since last spring.
Yeah, I told my dad, I was like, bring up my winter clothes when I go up hunting in Georgia, so I'll be able to have my winter clothes. But for now, just follow us on Twitter to get more social media updates.
Yeah, and make sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FSU weather.
And we stream Monday through Friday every day. On YouTube, so definitely give us a little shout out on YouTube.
Yeah, and send us all your pics on the Instagram. We love getting those sunrise, those sunset, those dog pics. I mean, anything that you feel is worthy to send to us, send them our ways. We love getting those weather pics or anything else that you like.
Yeah, especially for people who are not from Florida, getting to see the seasons, like the snow and the leaves changing like that. Like that would be really nice to see since we don't really see
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Virginia and we're in the prime time for those fall foliage color changing pics, so send us our way.
Yeah, definitely. But for us here at FSU Weather, I'm student meteorologist Sarah Converse.
And I'm student meteorologist AJ Willie. Have a great night.